Over the past 2 years, INFOE and Karamoja Herders of the UN have built a collaborative partnership centered on indigenous knowledge. Through virtual exchanges, speaking events, and educational initiatives, we have worked alongside cooperating partners like the Institute of Anthropology at the University of Cologne, Misereor, and Allerweltshaus in Cologne to foster learning, dialogue, and advocacy for pastoralist communities. By bringing pastoralist perspectives into academic spaces, our collaboration has enriched research and contributed to transformative education in Germany. Scholars and students have had the opportunity to engage directly with indigenous knowledge systems, ensuring a deeper understanding of pastoralism, governance, and communal land management. One of the most significant aspects of our knowledge-sharing efforts has been the exploration of communal land governance in Karamoja. Through seminars and discussion forums, we have shared insights on customary tenure systems where land is collectively managed by communities. These exchanges have helped shape academic discourse on the complexities of indigenous land management. In 2023, we began this engagement with a series of activities, including participation in the GIZ Land Hub meeting, where Simon Peter Longoli, our Executive Director, and Emmanuel Tebanyang, our policy analyst on matters of pastoralism, discussed the challenges posed by land privatization, resource exploitation, and conflict over grazing boundaries. This dialogue brought local expertise into global conversations on sustainable land governance. Beyond discussions on land governance, our partnership has contributed directly to university seminars on pastoralist land rights. These sessions have helped bridge academic perspectives with real-world community experiences, allowing students and scholars to learn directly from Karamoja's pastoralist leaders. Our contribution to the University of Cologne seminar series brought first-hand insights into communal land usage, traditional governance structures, and indigenous advocacy. By engaging in these conversations, we have strengthened the recognition of pastoralism as a resilient and sustainable livelihood system. Another of our key exchanges explored communal land governance. In Karamoja, land is traditionally owned by extended families, clans, or communities and managed through customary practices. Discussions focused on land categorization, where Adakar is for seasonal grazing and Apero for intensive use, as well as the role of traditional leaders like Ngaruonta and institutions like Akiriket and Ekokwa in maintaining communal land structures. However, challenges such as land privatization, resource exploitation, and grazing disputes threaten this system. By sharing these realities in academic and policy spaces, we strengthen advocacy for pastoralist rights. We also participated in the Vienna Bridge Conference, where we further broadened discussions on communal land to a global audience. This conference brought together practitioners and researchers to explore pastoralist challenges, from policy misunderstanding to advocacy gaps within indigenous communities. KHH emphasized the importance of evidence-based advocacy, collaborative research, and sustainable solutions to support pastoralist livelihoods without erasing traditional practices. There was also sharing deeply personal knowledge in our interactions. As a Karimojong advocate, I reflected on my experiences through blog articles. My westernized education overlooked my community's pastoral way of life. But through the pastoralism, policy, and practice course, I rediscovered its value. For example, in the matter of mobility, I realized that mobility of herders plays a key role in land rejuvenation and ecosystem balance. Yet challenges such as cattle thefts, food shortages, and declining livestock numbers persist. My advocacy calls for investment in pastoralism as a sustainable livelihood system for the Karimojong communities. Beyond personal reflections, my blog articles have also explored how cultural institutions shape social roles and identities in Karamoja. These institutions define access to land, where women typically gain land through marriage, manage gardens independently, while men inherit land through paternal lineage. However, challenges such as land sales, mining pressure, and gender norms create disparities. By documenting these dynamics, I highlight the need for balanced approaches to preserve communal land structures. Our partnership also adopted elements from the pastoralism practice and policy module from the Uganda pastoralism policy and practice textbook to develop learning tools for use in Germany. This module introduces three pillars of pastoralism, which are natural resources, the herd, and family or social institutions. It emphasizes mobility as essential for nutrient-rich resources, livestock as both economic assets and cultural symbols, and family units as central to decision-making and knowledge sharing. I also, through the partnership, documented the Ateker Festival, which celebrated cultural heritage among Karimojong, Turukana, Toposa, and Nyangatom communities. Traditional attire, foods, dances, and songs showcase the unique identities and shared history of these groups. While the festival promoted unity, reflections pointed to gaps in addressing challenges faced by women and elders, offering lessons for future events. A solar system donation facilitated by INFOE significantly boosted KHH's communication and advocacy. Installed at KHH's headquarters, it provided reliable power for dry season response, resource coordination, and policy engagements. This technology has improved efficiency and cost management, strengthening KHH's mission to support pastoralist communities in Karamoja. Generally, our knowledge sharing efforts extended to the commoning dialogue and more. And at the peak of it all, on April 29, 2025, INFOE and Allerweltshaus hosted an evening discussion on climate change impacts on Karimojong pastoralists, focusing on women's resilience and displacement challenges. I joined the conversation online, sharing my community's struggles with land and livestock loss, policy impacts, and conflict escalation. We explored adaptation strategies, including ETAMAM, a traditional pastoralist resource negotiation system that KHH is working to preserve. The discussion fostered solidarity, learning, and cross-cultural connections in facing climate challenges across Uganda and Germany. The partnership between INFOE and KHH continues to serve as an example for collaborative learning, advocacy, and cultural preservation, while ensuring indigenous perspectives remain central to transformative education.